Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. Good grief, I can't speak. And we've got
Words are
someone new.
hard. Words are really hard.
Is that you ahead of me? Yes, it is.
Morning, boys.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh. Here I am.
I kind of want to switch. I have to figure out a way to switch to my actual workspace now to ride because it's way better riding on that, I think.
Yeah.
I get the curved screens.
Oh.
And maybe there must be a way to put it on both screens, right? Have an actual wraparound thing.
Yeah, you can extend it. Just run it in desktop mode. I've often wondered what it would be like with curved screens and just stick your head in the middle of it all.
I sure do know what working with curved screens is like. The one problem with curved screens when you're using them for work is that when you're in a meeting, you get that. Or when I get frustrated at something, then I get this echoey arena effect with my own voice.
Yeah. So I got my my Tron bike to level 4. When did I get to level 4? Friday? Yes, Friday. So now I'm on the final stage of my Tron bike, which is going to take 2,650 kilometers. I did 50 yesterday. It's like 10 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks.
If this will let me sign into Twitch on my work laptop. Warm in here. Been keeping it very warm this year. Now that Heidi's not here. Yesterday it was 81 downstairs.
Oh my.
I still have the heat pumps on dry upstairs, so it's nice and cool up there. Or coolish. It's good to sleep in for me. But downstairs, I like it to be warm. And so right now it's 78. It's a nice morning temperature. So yeah, yesterday I started walking in the morning. I decided to leave from here and walk to the waterfront to make it a little bit longer. And then eventually I reached a point, I was thinking like, oh, if I could get 10 miles, that'd be cool. And then I started talking on the phone and was having a blast. And then there was also some event happening at the waterfront with where tall ships were supposed to show up. And so I was waiting for those bad boys to come down the river. I had heard it was around noon time that they were going to start showing up. And I ended up walking more. Pretty soon I'm getting over 10 miles. And then I decided to stop and get some lunch at a food truck. Got some jambalaya. That was tasty. And a big, huge piece of cornbread. Still no tall ships. Then pretty soon, once I started getting pretty close to 15 miles, I was like, that's it. I don't even care. I hope they sunk. I don't even want to see them. I hope they don't come down here before I leave this waterfront. And so I left, never did see them.
No.
But I did get 15 miles.
Nice.
Because right around 14 miles, it starts to hurt. I was noticing.
Hey there, Ben.
It's always so weird getting back on the trainer.
In what
so
way?
different. It's like harder to put out power. And could be this whatever fit I have going on here. This is also like not as comfortable to sit forward on the bars or on the hoods.
Yes, Ben.
Feels like
It
I'm
is.
really reaching. Actually, on Saturday I got like my best power output for 2 minutes of the year, and it was 380 watts for 2 minutes. I didn't realize it was just the situation. But
You were racing someone, weren't you?
well, I was pulling, and I really like to keep things fast when I'm pulling. And it was a pretty flat road that I was pulling on, so just keeping the steady power down, trying to keep it over 25 miles per hour.
That. I've got 2,575 kilometers to go until my next upgrade. That's all.
I wonder where I'm at. Oh, it just said I missed it. 250. Oh wow.
What bike are you on?
The Canyon Air Road.
Thank you. Early days yet, Ben. Ben asks how are we?
Pretty good. I think I'll probably have a pretty decent day. Getting a bike ride in first thing.
Yeah, well, that's definitely a good start to the day.
Wow, my screen isn't doing that thing it was doing before, where it went all pixelated. Sure, I would be on Discord for a little bit. I fixed it with time. And a little bit
Timey-wimey. So, for Father's Day, Faith gave me an Amazon
Sunday?
gift card so I could sign up for Amazon Prime for a month and watch the other Reacher seasons that I haven't watched. I've only seen the first season. So I haven't used it yet because I've got a lot of outdoorsy things that I need to get done. And I didn't want to use it and run out of time and not get everything watched. So, and Faith knows I'm doing that. Well, yesterday Yolanda said, "Oh, if you need anything ordering from Amazon, let me know." I had to sign up for Prime. I got it free for a month. So there was something that I could only buy that was on Prime. So, well, it's funny you should mention that, I said. So anyway, we got the Apple TV connected to a Prime account, and I watched a Reacher
Nice.
episode last night.
When I got Peacock for the tour, they had a bundle option going on with Apple TV for $14.99, which was a pretty good deal because both of them are like over $10, I believe. Isn't it amazing though, streaming services? It's the way it's crept up, and then they bundle them. And it's like, wow, that's a good deal. It's like, is any of this a good deal? Really, is any of this a good deal? But I guess back in the day, you did have to pay more for cable.
Yeah.
Although with internet, I might be paying more. And you get to watch so many things. You don't even have to go buy a DVD or rent one or anything.
So, I do need to get Project Hail Mary watched.
I did watch that one. It's very long. But I kind of like half watched it. I was Netflix and chilling, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is the new, I feel like this is the new dynamic to the stream is single Rick. There's corporate Rick and single Rick that have entered the scene since I last streamed, I feel like. Corporate Rick's pretty much the same. Just a little more serious with at work. It's a little less shenanigans, which means I want to have more fun when I'm not working, I think.
Well, Ben, you've had more interest in it than I have. I haven't watched any Tour de France.
I had it on, but I really didn't.
Sorry, I meant Ben.
It wasn't the same.
Not Rick. Ben.
What? No, you said Ben. But
Ben said. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I had it on for background noise, but there was even some mornings where someone would be streaming and I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to keep this on instead of watching the tour. I usually like to watch the tour to inspire me to ride my bike. And this year, it didn't do it as much. It's been hard to be inspired to ride my bike this year.
Oh, I've had challenges with Doctor Who, Ben. Up until last year, Disney had the rights to it here, and they were absolutely milking it on Disney streaming services before they released the DVDs and Blu-rays. So I was basically a year behind.
It's like the TNT has brought the US situation to the UK. No more watching free tour.
No more free tour for you.
You get certain stages, that's it. And we'll bring it in the most American way. You can tell like the days that it's streamed here on the US broadcast. You can tell the days that it's being streamed on the regular air because of the way they change how they're talking about stuff. Which makes sense. Most people just look at it, happen across it and go, oh, look at these guys. Well, I wouldn't wear that, but I could keep up with them. How hard could it be? How's the rebuilding in Appleton going? You go to Appleton very often?
Appleton, Menashe, Doty Island. So I went to the area where the tornado first touched down on Tuesday last week. It was right around.
It came from the north, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A friend owns a property that he rents out right where it first touched down, and he asked if I could fly my quadcopter close to the roof.
Well, yes,
to
I
inspect
can.
the roof, because he had some rather large tree limbs lay across the roof.
I just sit around wishing someone would ask me if I could fly. Well, not my quadcopter since I don't have one, but a quadcopter. I should get one. This is my time to buy quadcopters.
They are fun. The problem is, though, it used to be a lot easier and less restrictive to fly them, as long as you used a bit of common sense. But now, there are just so many restrictions because stupid people did stupid things. So, governing bodies decided that they needed to do something to rein in stupid people doing stupid stuff. So,
Yeah. Let's see. I think I need to go a little lower on this thing.
I think Rick needs to lose a little bit of weight before he could flap his arms to take off, Ben.
Yeah, I have been beefing back up a little bit. I don't know if I can do it.
Does this mean that I'm lighter than you right now?
I don't know. Are you 165?
Oh no. I was 163 when I came back from Cisco Live, and I'm now 155. And I'm doing what I can to get back down a little bit more yet.
This is my good size for sure. Like, still skinny, but yeah, I got a little more meat on me.
Rick, it's not meat.
Yeah, it is. I have noticed when I wasn't riding my bike, there was a little extra, once I'd start walking and getting stepping a little harder, there was a slight jiggle going on. But
I was just going to say, let me finish that sentence. Wobble.
just a little. But I've also been adopting doing 100 push-ups a day at least.
That would be in my case, Ben.
What I do? Oh, there they are. Okay. But yeah, been doing my low goal every day is 100 push-ups, and then doing like planks and sit-ups and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I need to
been
do
good
core workouts.
Good for like gaining good weight, but it doesn't really matter as much for start doing that thing again. Doesn't really matter as much for keeping that like leanness, because if I don't ride my bike, then all of a sudden doesn't matter how many sit-ups I do, that stomach,
If I lean, I fall over.
Look is flat. After my ride on Saturday, then all of a sudden it was like, oh, there's the stomach again. It's flattened out.
So, Rick.
Yeah.
What do you call a moose with no name?
Moose.
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yes, anonymous. What do you call a moose whose name everybody knows?
I don't know.
Famous.
Famous.
Yes. Would Grace like those?
No.
Oh.
Well, maybe. You never know. She would like it if it was fit in somehow. Like if we happen to like come across the moose and then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people here.
Maybe it's famous.
He must be famous. Then she'd be like, ah, all right. She'd still look at me in that way, but she would have a little twinkle in her eye like, yep, that's good.
My dad.
And then she'd do it on her friends.
So, yeah, Faith likes a good dad joke, but Hope. I told them to Yolanda yesterday, I didn't even get a smile. I didn't even get an eye roll.
She just didn't even realize you were telling a joke. Just like nothing.
Then asks, what do you call a moose that runs fast?
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know, Ben. Vamoose.
Vamos. Yes.
Ben, that was no better than mine. No.
I forgot to put on gloves. That's what I'm missing. So
You
used
want
to
to stop
not
and put
wearing
them on?
gloves outside. Put it right here somewhere. Right. There. Maybe that's why these bars feel so rough and they hurt. Because I didn't have gloves on. Yeah, I definitely enjoy riding bikes outside better.
I'm sorry.
It's just the non-movement. There's just something about having the movement with it that feels very nice.
Yeah,
But
you need
it's a
rollers.
good
You
alternative.
get movement then.
But do you? I mean, you do. But it's different. Because some of the entertainment is just the whole, avoiding things in the road or like staying real close to someone's wheel.
I was going to say, the remaining entertainment is everybody else, the other riders.
And the ever-changing scenery. All that stuff. But when the winter time comes, then there's no urge to go outside anymore. And it gets a little easier to do this and not think about how I'd rather ride outside.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a lot easier than going outside. Although this morning it took longer to set up than if I was going outside, but it's also raining. So.
Well, it took me a long time to do my bathroom stuff this morning.
Took me a long time to connect my heart rate monitor. That thing just was not being seen by anything, the Wahoo app or anything. I was looking at plane tickets to Tucson the other day.
I was going to ask you about that.
I got one of those Venture cards, Venture One cards, to collect miles. And I don't know, last time I looked at ticket prices, and that was like a year out, they were over $1,000. For some reason, through Capital and Travel, they were the same flights for $600, $700.
Yeah.
And I also found that after using this card for a month and like putting most of my purchases through it and then paying them off, I have gained the equivalent of $4. Something
Yay.
like that. It was under $10 of equivalent cash to miles. It was like, oh, that's good. This won't take long.
So you're
Now
going
I'm
to get
like,
a,
geez, I have to put everything through this. I have to
You're
wreck
gonna
this
get
thing
a-
up to pay it off.
you're going to get a free flight somewhere around 21:30.
Yeah, because it's like showing me the amount of cash I could apply to my ticket. And I'm like, oh, that's good. That drops it down a little bit. Almost covers the baggage fee. Not really, though.
Not a tenth of it.
A smidge of it. Chips off a piece. Maybe by the time I get there, it will cover the baggage fee.
Here's for a brake lever.
Yeah. Or a Magnum condom. That'll cover the condom that they put in my bag. Silly guys. Eric's reactions were priceless, though. Just, oh, wow. That's weird.
That's weird.
Who would
I got
ever?
one too.
It was funny though, because you had heard the story about when I think it was Bussy who got it done to him, but with his, it was like underwear and condoms, all kinds of stuff. Looked like, and he went to like pull out his tube, and it was just, the tube was pretty much wrapped with thong underwear, and then everything just came falling out after. And I was like, with mine, I was just like, you guys realize I'm a single guy here, right? there's no repercussions here. All I get is I get home and there's a shiny package. Of course, I'd already found it before I left. But I decided to keep it in there, so I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
And then when I
give
got
TSA
back, I
something
was
fun
like,
to find.
yeah. Then when I got back, I was like, geez, TSA must have put this in my saddlebag. That's weird. And then that's when Eric was like, wow, that's weird. Why would they do that? Yeah, so far on this thing, I think I have a team huddle this morning. So But yeah, so far on this competition at work, this athletic competition, my team is winning in 2 categories, and nobody on my team has done anything. So we're gonna have to
Yeah.
address that tomorrow, this morning.
We get the same thing, you know. So we have a cycling thing going on in work, and it's teamed by building, and I'm pretty much the only person that rides in my building. I've got like 20 people on my team, but no one else does anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have like 12 people on my 15 people on my team, maybe.
There you go, Ben.
And they're yeah. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna say what immediately came to my head when I saw that. I had an immediate clip, but I'm not gonna do it. Hey, there's Ian.
Hi there, Ian.
Hi, boys. How are you?
Good.
What are you guys up to?
Just riding bikes.
Through to the week, so I can get XP and try and stay ahead of Justin and Eric
What's the root of the
on
week?
leveling up. Triple flat loops.
What's the root of the week? Oh,
Triple Fruit Loops.
Especially
I'm
with
trying
us
to
on
do
it.
Tirbachon. I do Tirbachon in 2 hours.
Yeah, we're
A
over
whole week
halfway
with
on
no
it
training. Oh, nice. How far is it?
now. It is just over 30k.
34.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. You letting your sleep.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just
Oh.
about an hour's worth of riding. I might have to do Cheddar George
what are you
after
doing?
after this. He's riding with me.
Yeah, I'm doing
Oh, it's Cheddar George.
Yeah,
Cheddar
Cheddar
George.
George is up.
This is my first indoor
I like
ride
them.
in quite some time.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
Cheddar George is up.
adjustment, I always realize.
It's the last day today.
Hmm. Yeah, that sucks.
Never heard of him.
Wonder if I should just do Cheddar George repeats. On the triple. How many extra XP do you get triple flat loops?
It's 500 XP. You get 250
I'm a-
XP for doing Cheddar George if you haven't done it already, being Climb of the Week. And
I have not.
there's also a reasonable chance that you'll bag at least one 250 XP on the climb. So, and it's
Well, I'm riding a TT bike.
but Cheddar George, there's more elevation in my stairs at home than there is on Cheddar George.
Yeah, that's
So it's an ideal climb for grabbing XP. I did one climb last week where I got lots of 250 XP on the climb.
nice. I just switched over to triple flat loops.
That was an
Smash this
interesting
out and get
house
some
flex.
Cheddar George. Is that Rick?
That was an interesting house flex. It was like, my house is taller than Cheddar George.
It's really thin. He's got a really narrow but house.
So I told the Cheddar George story on one of Holly's streams, how we started and why we started calling it Cheddar George, because I mistyped a stream title once and left it as Cheddar George rather than Gorge. And from that point on, we call it Cheddar George. And Smith picked up on that, and he's on one of Holly's streams and chatting, and he called it Cheddar George, and Holly's saying, "No, it's Gorge."
Ready to argue it out. Smith, you don't know what you're talking about.
I got the ladies tour on.
Cool. Yumi catching up behind.
Yeah, I'm trying to improve the canyon bicycle right now. I'm working on the TT.
Yeah,
I'm working on the canyon too.
I need to work on that at some point.
I'm hoping that my work day is normalized the last, basically since June 24th, but really, it was, I was getting back into some training. And then last week, I visited, training.
There, got a little boost.
Yeah, I realised you were staying with Yumi for a little bit then, so I had to push and catch back on.
It's amazing how much different Zwift in shape is to outdoor in shape.
What do you mean?
Zwift is just a lot more work.
Yeah,
Well, you don't get a rest
very
on
little
Zwift.
rolling.
It's pedal all the time.
Yeah. I wonder how much of it is like being in the moment when you're riding outside, whereas on Zwift, you're feels a little less in the moment. A little more just turning pedals.
No, I feel like when I'm riding outdoors and racing, I can push a much higher watt easy for
Yeah.
longer.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I've hardly been riding lately, and I still managed to get 370 something for 2 minutes on my ride on Saturday,
Thanks.
which is my most for this year, but not all time, I guess. I'm definitely not as strong as I was, but like I'm still able to keep up with fast groups. Which a lot of it is just that technique saving me.
Yeah.
I feel like all those older guys I ride with, where it's like, yeah, they talk about being out of shape, but yet they still keep up because they just have the experience.
Yeah, they just know how to ride in the group.
Yeah.
So I had a friend. He was he struggled to get around a court, but you play badminton with him, he would have you running all over.
Yeah, and he wouldn't even move.
Right.
Yeah. Like ragdoll guys. And ten. And if they move, you know you're about to get a kill shot.
This neck is not cool. I've been doing a lot of adjusting to staring at screens all day. My neck is the biggest casualty out of this. I stand.
Yeah, how's any job going?
It's good. Definitely the challenge that I was looking for. And I've finally graduated the training last week, and now on Wednesday I start training again for something to move on to the next thing. So, which pretty much right now I'm just learning how to work each claim. So we have Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance. So the plan so far that I've worked with my team leader is to get each one of the claims down, get more familiarity with the process, and seeing how each thing, the differences in working, how they work together, and learn as much as possible, and then move to the process side of stuff.
Yeah.
She, I guess one of the reasons why they hired me was because of the fact that I had built and developed the brewery, and that's all process.
Yeah.
And so they're hoping I can take that thinking to this sort of process, which is a lot different, but yet the same. Once I really understand it, how the inner workings go. Because it's all about efficiency, trying to keep the workload down for our department by catching inefficiencies and making sure that our offshore partners do the work they're supposed to do. Which inevitably is just going to always be inefficient in some way because our offshore partners are paid for performance, whereas on the US side we're paid for quality, but they're paid per claim they can move.
They're paid for quantity by.
Yeah, so they just move them out, and it's up to us to police that and make sure that we aren't wasting our time with doing ones that they could have done. Then there's other stuff like timers and alarms, and then the bots that do a lot of the work beforehand and making sure that they all have the right timing for things like appeals and stuff, so that it doesn't come back to our department and then it just has to be sent back out into the swirl again because it showed up a little too early.
So you're basically trying to figure out the process through more people to get their claims paid.
Yeah.
Got it. Rick England, architect of insurance evil.
Yeah, I don't even know how healthcare worked before these sorts of companies came up, because like doctors I would imagine would have to spend a lot of resources on chasing their money, because especially the government insurance companies, they don't make it real easy, that's for sure. Of course, I also get to see every time it goes wrong, just about. Maybe not every time it's gone wrong, but most of the time where it's going wrong and where it's already inefficient, even with us doing it, it's already taking too much time off of the practice's hands. But usually it's because they're coding it wrong.
You missed that runner, Rick.
Oh yeah, I did.
I got him.
Are you guys trying to run over runners?
Yeah.
Not very nice.
Try and go straight through the chest.
Oh, art. Cool. I don't like it, but not that they're right.
Whew. Did I tell you that one of my co-trainees is from Venezuela?
Oh, yeah?
She's from Caracas, but
Yeah.
she lives in Orlando now. She thinks she wants to come up here, and I'm like, I mean, maybe. I have noticed a lot of people that like grew up in Florida. I'm talking to a girl right now that she's from Florida, just moved up here recently, has already spent a winter up here and loves it. Is actually just kind of like, whatever. I don't mind when winter shows up. And I'm like, maybe it means something if you don't spend your life in a northern winter. Then it's like fun.
Has she been through a winter yet?
Yeah, she went through one. She also definitely does not handle heat very well, which is interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Some people don't like it.
She's really small too, so it's like surprising. Like I always think it's because I'm small that maybe that's why I don't sweat much and I can handle heat. But
It's a time.
yeah, because I keep my house like all summer. I don't turn on the AC downstairs. I just have it on dry upstairs for sleeping.
Yeah.
And it's 78 in here right now. It's very nice. It was 81 in here.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, as long as it's not super humid, that's when I will turn on the dry function of my heat pump unit. But never the AC. That's too much. There's no point. Yesterday I messed around and did a 15-mile walk.
Yeah.
We're doing a competition at work for movement. And I really I've been slacking a lot this summer. Been walking and stuff, but not riding or any of that very much. And so I saw this, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna show these people what I do, what they think I do at least. Because they were all joking around about, so we don't have to do anything since Rick's on our team. And I was like, I don't know how much you guys think I actually do, but I used to, but I don't anymore. But so far.
So does a bike mile count? Seems a lot.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Sorry, does a bike mile count same as a walking mile?
There's different categories. I'm not sure how they're gonna do it all in the end. But right now they have them separated as like running, swimming, walking, biking. And I'm leading in biking by quite a bit. I did a 50-mile ride. I had a 50-mile ride planned with some friends on Saturday, so that worked out as a good way to kick it off. And then yesterday, I started walking and I was like hoping I would get 10 miles in, but I didn't want to go crazy because I had plans for the day to try to get stuff done that I want to do. But then there were tall ships that were supposed to come in and like a whole thing going on at the waterfront. So I'm waiting for these tall ships, which never showed. Finally, I gave up at 15 miles. I'm like, nope.
Hey there, Smith.
I don't care. I don't even want to see the tall ships now. I hope they don't come. I hope they stay. Stupid tall ships. They were so late. They were like an hour late. Very frustrating.
Yeah,
But
Smith.
there was a, hey Smith, there was
Sister.
a Cajun food truck
Ooh.
down there. So I got some jambalaya and a big piece of cornbread. That was good. And then I just wanted to go home.
Thanks for the ride on, Smith.
But yeah, so then I got home, checked the standings,
Yeah.
and there happened to be a guy with 14.9 miles of walking. So I overtook him by 1/10 of a mile. So my team is now the leader in 2 categories, and not a single person on my team has done anything, which will be addressed in the meeting this morning.
You slackers.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm gonna make the Belfast office look good because, like, there's a few people there that you can tell it's
Yeah.
like they make sure they get their fitness in. They look good. Majority of them, Maine in general, especially on the coast, is full of people who have really given up on themselves.
Right.
And and the entire office is full of people that look like they can lump it out in front of a computer for days.
What they're paid to do, man.
Exactly, and they're great. It's an amazing thing to, like, there's some that don't come in to office and they'll be on the video camera and it looks like Jabba the Hutt with an amazing mind, and because they're really smart. It's just like, but the package does not look like it holds the brain like that.
Is it kind of like the South Park World of Warcraft type thing?
Yeah.
Big fat dude with Cheetos and Red Bull.
If they had avatars, you would never know. But which I wonder, because if I lumped myself out like that, like I went 2 weeks without riding recently, and I was a mess. Like I couldn't concentrate on doing my work. It was bad. Like my production went down so far.
Yeah,
And
I get you.
yeah, just does not work with me. But some people, I don't know, maybe if you do it long enough, it's like your brain shuts off all body operations and just powers itself up so that thought processes are more efficient maybe eventually, but it takes decades.
No, I think what happens is they start going for short-term hits instead of like the exercise value. You get it by drinking sugar and eating sugar,
Oh
things like that.
yeah.
They just have to do it more often than once a day.
I mean, they are the beginning of that future world evolution.
Thing where you just
right.
sit in a chair and have your own robot or replica or whatever it is.
Everybody has like turtlenecks. We all look like ostriches. And we're all hunched over. Our legs are tiny. Our midsections are huge.
Kind of like an upside down T-Rex.
Yes.
Or the Grinch.
Yeah, just like the grid. But
They just turn into a bunch of sneeches.
so I'm hoping, because the Boston office, Boston is a very active town, especially in those more, in the proper and whatnot. And so Boston's really bringing a good showing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to compete against them because there's just so many people out there doing stuff in Boston.
Don't
There's a
they
reason
have
why
the
they made it.
max number of people per team?
What's that?
How many people per
I don't know.
team can you have?
Good question. I'm not sure. I know for us, we just split it up. We have 3 teams in our department, or 4 teams, if you include the management team. But yet
Oh, wait. There's a management team.
there is. They're really fun people.
Do they just
They
delegate?
named it.
Hey, Rick, do
They-
some miles for me.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna win. But they yeah, they're so fun that their name is the name of the department manager. His last name. Their
Team Bob.
team. What is his last name? Team Mauer or something?
So no creativity is what we're talking about.
Yeah. They're all about the process. But we'll see. Maybe they will. There's been a lot of big talk, but so far I'm not seeing action to all that talk that was happening last week. Sounds like everybody wants to declare winning, but not actually put in the work.
Yeah. Well, then you can't do any more climbing on the roof. You have to do all flat routes for the competition.
Yeah. Hey, I'm fine with it.
Or
Just getting on
just
the
get
bike
up to the
right
top
now.
of Alturas. Just teleport to the top of Alturas and
Yes,
get down.
that's right. There is ways to do this. We all know this. Yeah, the thing with this competition, it's a friendly competition. So the app that they chose,
Very nice.
first of all, I was complaining to Andy about this the other day. I'm like, what the AI department is this all about? Or not AI, but the IT department is this all about? Because like, first of all, this is a 2-page directions list on how to download this app. And so you had to like, of course, if you want to get on your phone, you got to download 4 apps. One of those is, of course, a VPN app. And there's just an authenticator app, which I already had, and some other stuff. And then you finally get the app that has the beta of this app. And then you have
get the flight test.
then you, of course, I'm doing this on my work computer, but trying to get it on my phone. Then I realized at that point I need to click a link, which means now I need to get the page I'm on onto my phone. And my phone and my laptop are not connected for my work laptop. So then I go and I type in the long address and get it in there. And then finally I'm able to hit the link, which then takes me to the app. Altogether, it was about an hour of getting this app. But I did it on company time, so it was all good.
And you're like, that's how you know the guy who built this has never worked out. Because you go, there's a place called Strava, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, well, why can't we just use a Strava group? This is insane. And but yeah, so then you go on the app, and all the app is like you just input how many miles or meters if it was swimming, and then that's it.
Back in the day, it would have been Endomondo. Who here remembers Endomondo?
I don't.
I did not use Endomondo.
Oh.
But yeah, so then yeah, so it's an app that's just you just input whatever mileage you want. Like yesterday I inputted it twice, so I had 30 miles of walking. Luckily I was able to delete that. But
right. Okay. Go ahead.
If they would have done it on Strava, it would have confused a lot of the people though. And I'm sure there would have been complaints about, I have to get a watch? Which, I mean, most of them have Apple Watches, so. But who knows?
Yeah, but you can input Strava manually.
Yeah, that's true.
So, so let me get this straight. Walking miles count the same as bike miles? Count the same as running miles?
Well, they're all different categories.
Okay.
They show them as all separate things. They have 4 different leaderboards.
Okay. Got it.
Then they also have a leaderboard for the most amount of days consecutive, which is unfair because somehow somebody has 7 days and the competition's on day 3. So I don't understand that.
So I thought they do 2 workouts in a day or something like that.
Well, I think they just started early because they had it from last year.
Oh.
Which means, hey, I'll make it 365 next year at this time. I'll play that.
Yeah.
game.
Harold, you missed the start of the stream where we did introductions. So,
It's
Rick, would
Dickie,
you like to introduce yourself?
Dickie England. So far,
Well,
that nickname is not stuck. I've been trying.
That yeah, I don't know if that would be a good thing or not, though, Rick.
Oh, it's fine. My grandfather, he passed, so the Dickie name has been passed on to me.
All right. Got it. You're now Dickie England.
Yes.
Right, I'm riding this till 35, and then I'm gonna have a look at what else I can do to get some more XP here.
I brought it up at
Might be
my
Cheddar
uncle's
George.
funeral. Brought up on my uncle's funeral the other day because there was one picture that we were all looking at, and it was my uncle at this golf tournament, and it was the Dickie something golf tournament. And I was like, speaking of which, this is a great time to talk to you all about how I would like to make the switch to Dickie. Some seemed like they were going to do it. Others loved it. They were more than happy. It was almost like they'd been like, I just thought you'd never ask. I've been wanting to call you Dickie for years.
Well, we have been calling you that for years, just not the last time.
It's not to your face. All right, what else can we ride here?
This light
Awesome.
really
It's
makes me
good to see you again, Rick.
make sure. Good to see you too, even though I can't see you.
It's
But I
good to
can
see
feel
you
your
typing.
With between the glistening of my skin with the sweat and this light and the fact that I am not tan on my chest, I am looking extremely not tan on my chest on camera. That's for sure. I definitely have the tank top tan going on. I've gone shirtless several times, but it just doesn't stick.
Better than what I got going on right now, Dickie.
I need
It'll
another.
take a while not to laugh every time.
2000 XP.
I did switch my Zwift name to Dickie for a very short period
Yeah.
a while ago.
You gotta put it on there. You need 3,000 more XP to do what? To beat Justin?
No, to get to level 114. And there's a
Oh,
possibility
they're
I could
leveling
do
past
that.
100 now?
There is a chance I could do that. Just doing a Cheddar George depends if I get a couple of 250 XP. So let's go do Cheddar George. No, not at 125%, Smith. I've only ever done it at 100%, so.
Do it at 50, you still get all the XP.
And at 25, you still get all the XP.
Oh, there you go, yeah. Do 25 and just go up and down, up and down, up and down. Real fast.
I did do it twice the other day. And technically, Smith, I can choose it just before I go through the portal as well. So even if I don't choose the right one, when I start the ride, I can still choose just before I go through the portal. Yeah, once you've done it at 100%, you can do it at 25, 50, 75, and 125. You've got to have completed it at 100% before you can do it at any of the others.
Yeah, I think I've done it at 100% a couple times. So.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it only unlocks the others once you've done it at 100%.
Okay. Does that have to be one time 100% when it's come back, or just historically?
I don't know.
Guess we'll find out, won't we?
Well, no, because I've ridden Cheddar George so many times.
Yeah. No. I mean, I haven't ridden it since it's been back on
Oh,
as a ride of the week.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it leaves today. It's climb of the
Yeah,
week.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it a couple times soon after this.
Mhm.
I have 15K left on triple front loops.
Nice. No, we mean Cheddar George, Ben. So when it first appeared in Zwift, when Jerry and I were still riding together, I mistyped the stream title, and I typed George instead of Gorge. So from that point on, it's always been known as Cheddar George. Smith, I love the response you got from Holly when you called it Cheddar George on her stream. That was classic. I was telling Rick about that earlier.
That was many moons ago.
No, that was only a couple of days ago.
No. When it got called Cheddar George.
Oh yes, it was quite a long time ago that it got named Cheddar George. Yep, it looks like a George to me.
Whew, hanging out with Jim and Deb.
Tell him hello from me.
I gotta do some Ruby riding this weekend.
And it turns into George if you type it fast as well, Smith. Without thinking about it, it'll let your fingers think. All right, that's 10 XP. George it shall be. You have to do introductions again, Rick. Or did they remember you?
Yeah, I'm like, they're like, And I was like, remember, we used to ride together right on this route. And they're like, there's a lot of people on this route. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm the one that was named Rick. And then they're like, seems familiar. But then I mentioned, I saw you, I came and visited you guys when I was in Tucson. And they're like, geez. So I don't know what else to say at this point. You sent me a card. You gave me a javelina. Not a real one. That would be amazing to start a javelina problem up here. Oh, because of Jim and Deb. I'd do it.
Yeah. Yeah, bring 5 back with you and number them. Put numbers on the side of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. So then everyone's looking for number 5.
What time is it? All right, so I gotta make sure I clock in.
Lost you guys for a second.
We got some fan noise for a second. It's gone now. Ooh. It'd be nice to get 1, 250. Just one. Who will be on? Uh-oh, there goes Ian. Yeah. I've had some rides where I've had none, and then I've had others where I've had 2. I usually get at least 1.
Talking about bringing javelinas up to Maine next time. Just 2 little tiny ones, and then I could raise them inside until the summer and let them out. They'd have a blast here. There's so much stuff to eat. They'd probably turn into like elephants. It would definitely be an invasive species.
Yeah.
What if that's the whole reason? What if javelinas are the reason why Tucson is a desert? It used to not be a desert, and then they ate all of the plants.
Yeah, I wish they hadn't changed the weightings on the power-ups as well.
John's getting
So
married.
far, all I've had is 10 XPs. Who's getting married?
John Hayes.
Thanks for the ride on again, Smith.
Last thing I knew, last thing I knew when Heidi and I got separated, and then I met Ashley. He was like, "What? You already met someone? I've just been over here trying to find someone. Send someone my way, all that stuff." Now all of a sudden, here I am, all super single, and he's like, "I'm getting married and buying a house." It's not too fast though. Don't worry. I think he's had enough single time to know what he's looking for, maybe.
The last stage of the tour opens today as well, doesn't it?
Oh, it's our last one already. Jeez.
Number 10.
Right now, I'm in a beautiful moment in life as far as relationships go, where I have 3 different people, ladies that I'm dating, but none of them are an official relationship. And so
What
it's
they
all
know
good.
about each other, Rick.
Well, I don't totally tell them about each other, but I'm not keeping it a secret.
Uh-oh.
Well, hell no, because one thing I've found is like at this age, which tends to be late 30s for me, I guess, then there is all the women that are single are very independent, extremely independent. And then the ones that aren't, it depends. Most of them, I've had a couple that were really looking for a relationship, but then when they found out I'm still technically married, they were like, "Ee." Like one, she went to a concert, and then I woke up to a message from her that she was like, I really enjoyed talking to you, and I really wish we could go further, but I'm just nervous about the fact that you still have to go through a divorce." And I could tell she got talking to her friends, and her friends talked sense into her, which I don't blame her. And I said, "I completely understand." She was like, "I'm just afraid that if I start hanging out with you, then I'll get attached, and there's just too much risk for her hurt." I probably should have reassured at that moment, but I didn't want to. I just said, "No, that makes sense. Completely understand." Because if it's that sort of a fragile situation, then I don't want to mess with it. Because I don't trust that I won't do something wrong. Considering that I'm dating, I'm going on dates with not just one woman, and talking to not just one woman. But I do feel if any of them happen to progress themselves into a serious place, then I will make a decision, and it will only be one. But until then, nothing's turned into decisions. So there we are. Right now I'm weighing 2 options, where I have one that is, well, one of them is just talking like whatever. I don't really see anything coming from that. And another one is, she's extremely independent, but I really enjoy when we do hang out. And then the other one, haven't really hung out with as much, but holy, she's really showing herself to be quite the homemaker. And it does seem awfully tempting. She's in a situation where where her rent's a bit much, she had said, but like I don't know. I don't really want to get wrapped up in that sort of nonsense. That becomes awfully irreversible at that point. Well, I guess it's not, but yeah, it steps into serious at that point. But man, I would love to have someone to deep clean every Friday. I don't want to clean anything.
All right, Satulagi, one more. Oh, not the feather. Give me my 250 XP. All right, on Shane. I was listening to the Wattage Cottage podcast yesterday while I was doing some work in the garden, and Dave Toll mentions Charlie Chaplin. He showed his age at that point. Yeah. So that's the Zwiftcast back again. Basically. So yeah, I listened to that, and Dave Toll mentions Charlie Chaplin. I'm thinking most of the people listening to this are gonna say, "Who?"
Oh, really? Well, maybe. Yeah, eventually it's gonna be winter. I was thinking about that this morning. Like, I'm just kind of really, I just live in my house with my shirt off all the time. And yeah, eventually I'm gonna be all bundled up and like psyching myself up to get on the bike, wearing hardly anything, but then be encouraged to warm myself up by pedaling. Oh. Although, if I end up getting a roommate by then, then I'll be able to turn the heat up because be extra
We know.
extra money.
If there's a special kit unlock, we know Trey will be there, Smith.
In 3 hours.
I've actually dipped under 20 million drops now. My last Tron bike upgrade cost me 2.6 million drops. How long's the ride, Smith? How long's the event? Is it distance or time? If Trey doesn't show up for it, we can show him our new kit. The storyline 3 laps. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm getting level 114 today. Not now. Probably need about 250 XP now. Be a bit closer when I get to the bottom. $35.1k. I should look at my meetings today. See what time that's on. And see if I can do a meeting while I'm Yeah, see, I don't ride at night. I don't like doing that. I much prefer doing it in the morning. I'm still with Jim and Deb.
Yep.
I'm riding back down now. I might switch over and ride with you for a little bit. Although you're almost done, aren't you?
Ish. Probably be done around. Probably should be done at 7:30. But then I'm so encouraged by just more miles, more miles, more miles. I don't just want to win the biking category. I want to dominate the biking category. I want
Yeah.
company-wide recognition for my biking distance.
Remind me which time zone you're in, Smith.
This is central,
Yeah, I thought so.
right? This is right on the edge, if not.
Yeah. Okay. Same as me. Almost
Yep.
back to the
Trainer saddle is definitely wearing on the butt skin.
almost at the portal.
Man. It's nice when I get used to the indoor trainer, but until then, it's just feels so much better to ride outside. But then after being on the trainer, riding outside feels a little weird for a while.
Yeah. Alright, I'm back through the portal. I'm just going to finish this kilometre off and then I'll come and ride with you guys. I'll pick my phone up as well and then I can chat. I was at Indonesian on the climb there that I wanted to say hello to in Indonesian, and I couldn't because my phone's over there.
Nothing.
What?
Okay, Jim liked it. Oh, Jim was like, nice smoke from those socks. 'Cause I'm wearing the Aero socks.
Yeah.
And I was like, thanks, they're Canadian. And there was nothing, no reactions, no Canadians laughing, no anything. Apparently, it must be a tough subject. Canadians are sick of hearing about it. Jim thought it was funny.
Tell them it's toilet paper.
Man, you got the Canadian smoke worse than we did, right?
Oh man, did we? Yes. I couldn't see across the street.
Wow, yeah, that's bad.
From my
Yeah, we
office
were
to the high school. Couldn't see the high school.
all that we had was July was a very cool month for us. I was not happy about it. There was a lot of north wind going on, like northwest wind, which was also bringing smoke over. But by the time it got here, it's all like upper level smoke. So we were just getting like, orange sun and a couple days that had like air quality issues, but I don't think they were that bad. You couldn't smell it. Yeah. But it just was overcast and it made what was already a cool month be even cooler. Like there was one day that it was like the forecast was supposed to be high 80s in, a couple days before, and I just left it at, okay, it'll be nice that day. And then I go out and it's like cloudy, never got above 70 or 72 or something, low 70s. And I'm just like, we don't get that many of these days. Do not send your smoke down here to block our sun, please. Maine's positioning though, it does suck. We can like have a cool summer at any time, and it's just not cool. I don't like it because all it takes is a little bit of that weird influence from the north, or if all of a sudden, actually, sometimes when the wind comes off the ocean, it's nice during the summer. But yeah, I don't know what was doing, but it was like the highs. I bet the average high in July was in the 70s for sure, which is just unacceptable. I want to be hot. I want my house 80. And when I'm opening my window every day during July and it's just actually kind of chilly and I got to put on a sweatshirt, that's just not cool. But August is making up for it so far. It is very humid and hot and nice. Yeah, I bet even if I stop right now, I'm still not going to have time to take a shower. By the time I move everything, I'll get this down eventually, though.
I guess I'll ride with here until I get to level 114.
right, let's see. Let's log some miles. All right. I need to find a better place to put this board that I set my trainer and stuff on. This is almost like being alive for your funeral when you leave and you get to still see the chat and then people start talking about you. Do I still have it?
It's like it.
I still have a streak. How about that? I didn't even use up one? That's weird. So
Well, your outdoor stuff counts.
I went just about 2 weeks with no riding at all.
Yeah.
I was thinking for sure I was going to lose it. And then I just wasn't sure how to use the streak saver. If you actually have to do it or if it's automatic.
Thanks for the ride on.
Anytime. Well, after this session. It's the only one I can do this session. All right, let's see. I gotta wait for Strava to translate into miles. Since I can't do that. Oh man, 100 push-ups is gonna be tough today with that, with my neck feeling like this. Or maybe it'll help. It's worth a try.
Yeah, might do.
One thing about corporate world that's I think is gonna start wearing on me, but I also try to spice it up, is the constant on Teams, the constant like, oh, it's Monday, and then they do all of the gifts for like Monday. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, it's Monday. And then Friday is and it's just every day. It's like, we did this last week. Come on now. So I like to spice it up in different ways, but so far my favorite GIF is this one of it's like through a Ring camera.
Yeah.
And it's this hat with a propeller hat on, and it's like strapped around its chin, and it's flying up to the Ring camera, and it comes like real close to the camera. And one of my coworkers said that's obviously AI, which now I said, yeah, I don't think so. Look at it. It's not AI. How could that be AI? It looks so real. And so now this is the thing. Now I've just been using that for every day, where it's just helicopter cat flies up, not AI, and then happy Monday. Until someone says, okay, stop.
one small letter now. Be at 114. I only got level 113 on Friday. Or was that Thursday?
Oh wow, I am way behind. I'm 106. There has to be a better way to do this. I hate picking up this trainer. It's so heavy. And then on this bike, it's like, at least my other kicker had like a handle on it, so I could grab that and the bike. This one has no handle, so it's just pick up the trainer, move it. Oh, good way. Try to get this OSB out of here. Big pain, big pain. I like to get on things and go. Huge pain. Part of me is just going to submit to the idea that, like, this is my bachelor pad now. Grace seems fine with it. She hasn't said anything. And so, who cares if I just have a piece of OSB sitting out in a common area, you know? That's what men do. They leave OSB in random places.
It's a half-inch, not even a 3/4 plywood that my rollers sit on.
Yeah, this is like the full. Yeah, it's probably about the same. Half-inch.
Yeah.
Half-inch OSB. I just need to remember which side is up and which side's down because I don't want to get my carpet all dirty with the chain grease.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely no mixing it up for me because I've got hooks in the middle of mine for my bungee cords.
Okay, I found a new home for now. The OSB is going next to the cat tower. I would like to figure out a permanent setup though. Just that I'm starting to run out of real estate. So like even in a bachelor pad, there is a limit to. There is a point where it's like your office space takes up too much of the living room. Like if people have to start like wiggling around your office space, because that's kind of what I'm thinking. Because I'm not using up. There's still that whole half of the living room, but this is like the window side of the living room and the front of the house side. So it's like I already take up one good chunk of that with just my office space and then my other monitors over here. But I would imagine maybe what I would do is set up my bike on next to this. Actually, that might work. I just kind of like having this computer right here. And then it's off to the side of me and I have whatever I want to watch for entertainment off to the side. I don't know. We'll see. Something will be figured out at some point.
So I hit Facebook Marketplace a couple of weeks ago. I was looking for a subwoofer. I was having problems with the one that I made. I made it 30 years ago now. And I didn't know if it was the sub or the amplifier. So I figured I'd get a sub off the Marketplace. I got one for $50, a Polk. And the driver's 2 inches smaller than the driver in my sub. It's my sub's a 12-inch and this is a 10-inch, this Polk. But it's good. It does what it says on the tin. And then I also found someone who'd parted out a Pioneer sub and they were selling the amplifier for $10. I'm thinking, well, for $10, I don't really care if it doesn't work, I'll fix it. But they were advertising it as working. Well, it didn't. So I download the service manual for it, I look over it. Quite an interesting power supply in it. It just rectifies the 110 volt AC to generate 168 volts, which it then splits in half for a plus and a minus 82 volt rail. To supply the final stage of the amplifier. And I did not have the 82 volt rails. So I see a fuse, I check the fuse is blown. Oh, okay, this could be a really easy fix. So I replace the fuse, plug it in, it blows again. Oh yeah. So it has a soft start circuit, and I found that the field effect transistor in the soft start circuit was shorted. And I don't have an exact match, but I found another one that'll do. Put that in and it works now. So it cost me nothing. I just used some bits from an old switching power supply and wire-ended fuses that I already had, and repaired the amplifier. So I now have 2 subwoofers.
From everything I know, 2 subwoofers is better than 1. So someone has surpassed me on walking. I'm hoping that they accumulated this all in the past 3 days, but they popped up out of nowhere. Mark Miller, don't forget that name. And it is.
Well,
They now have 19 and a half miles of walking.
I'm sure Mark Miller won't forget your name either. Dickie.
And the guy surpassed by a tenth of a mile yesterday. His name is Andrew Miles. So how about
Miles by name, miles by nature.
Oh. And I am still in the lead on the bike. Ooh, there's a Matt Nagy on here, which I'm pretty sure he's like one of the executives at the Belfast, which is my office. I'm pretty sure he actually, his desk, because of the way Athena's set up, no, there's no like special offices or anything. Your special office is at home, and his desk is actually like one other little cluster down, but like 4 desks away from me. And I had noticed when he pulled in one day, he has a really nice Audi with a really nice rack on the back. And I was like, this man must be a cyclist. And then I found out that he's like one of the oldest employees for the company and all that stuff.
The one with the longest tenure. Is that what you mean?
Yep, that's the one.
So, last
and he's
year,
pretty tall.
Last year I celebrated my 40th anniversary working for Kimberly Clark.
I don't think he has that many.
And we had this fireside chat. All of the KC leadership were in town.
Yep.
So we went in the conference center, and I'm sat right at the back. And Mike Shue, Kimberly Clark's CEO, says, "Is Andy Lawton in the room?" So I stand up, and he congratulated me on 40 years.
Nice. Yeah, you had told me about this before, but now that I actually like went and witnessed one of those myself, then it's pretty cool, because it's like, especially when you see how much longer that is than most people.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently I am not the longest tenured person in IT. I think there's just one person that's got more. I don't know how much time they've got, but all I know is they're closer to retirement than me.
Wow, am I gonna have to walk after? Well, I think it's supposed to be raining, but I might have to walk after work. I gotta at least
should-
keep it like evened up. Even if it's raining, hopefully it'll clear up just enough.
We should hit level 114 at the end of this kilometre.
So I could get 4 miles done in like an hour and a half at a not even super fast pace. And then take the lead again until he takes it back. And then eventually I'll just have to do a really long walk again.
Oh, no, never talk to him. All right, I've hit 114. Alrighty, that will do me. Oh. Oh. I know about 56 XP out of 20,000 needed to get to level 114. On my route badges. Yeah, you must be missing some route badges again now.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
Holly's on. Holly doing? Great, Holly. All right, that's the raid in place. Thank you guys for being with me this morning and making Rick feel welcome in his return. Did you feel welcome, Rick?
Yes, very welcome.
Rick felt very welcome. And what do we say when we finish the stream, Rick?
I say bye-bye now.
There we go.
Oh, bye-bye now.
There we go. We got two Ricks. All right, I'll play the outro, but we will be raiding Holly shortly when Twitch decides it wants to. So, Smith, thank you. You too, Ben. Everybody else out there. I'll be back. I don't know whether I'll be back tomorrow, actually. What I've been doing, I've been going to the gym. on Tuesdays, so I can swim as well. Oh, what are you thinking of doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Rick?
I think I'm gonna be walking in the morning.
Okay. I still ride Zwift, but I can't stream. And I guess I could.
Ah, I see.
I just not set OBS up on my laptop. So
Yeah, I gotta try to
yeah.
get in some extra miles. Because this guy, apparently that's where the competition is gonna be, is in the walking.
Ah. All right. Thanks everyone.
Bye bye now.